number 12. OMG. Just a couple days away from Christmas and beyond excited to be able to come to you and chat with you with, a couple of items, right? Before we wrap up the year, it truly has been an incredible last 12 weeks in 2022. And I want to personally thank each and every single one of you who has came out to the podcast or here on YouTube and said, I'm going to take it on to watch every single one of the episodes. And I am sure that you took tons of value. Thank you to each and every single one of our guest speakers that was present week after week, sharing your story, your ups, your downs, your tips, in order for all of the women that listen to this podcast can be able to get that motivation and inspiration, get the value, and really go out there and put it into practice in your life. And today, I have Miss Jessica Gutierrez, my right hand, ride or die here. We're ready to wrap up these 12 weeks, right, with episode 12 and really looking into the future. So how do you feel, Jess, here at week number 12?
I feel amazing. I feel, that everything that we've been doing is just like wrapping up and we're just getting started, Jerry. I don't know about you, but I feel like we're just getting started and, so thankful for all of the people that, joined our podcast throughout these past 12 weeks. Like we had people from all over, not only from the RGV, from Miami, from LA, from Colombia, so many people, and just super grateful to be able to have those friendships with those people, right? That inspire us every single day. And I think that is why we love what we do, and we look forward to meeting more powerful women and being able to have more powerful women on this podcast this coming year.
Yes, cheers
with
to
big
that.
goals, with big goals, with big dreams, just like me and you have, Jerry, right?
Absolutely.
We're always talking about our dreams and our goals.
And what better time, Jess, than, this podcast right here, the final one for the series.
Yes.
We are obviously going to bring a new series.
Of course.
Which we'll talk more
we
about
always
that
got new.
at the end of this podcast. But what better way to wrap up, this 12-week series with, looking into the future, looking into the new year. Jess, I know a lot of the times we were talking about this in a moment is that a lot of the times, you have the New Year's resolutions, but, what exactly does that mean, right? If you're watching this, I feel that this episode is really going to power you up to finish the year strong, because there is still how many days left in December? Let me see. 11?
12?
Maybe 11 or 12.
11 or 12
days left in December. And that is a lot of days to think, right? To show some gratitude, to spend with family. But more importantly, to do some more self-love. Do some more digging deep on, what this new year is going to bring. And so, I was reading that, the reason why people don't succeed in their New Year's resolutions is because they set goals, right? But there's hardly a hard intention behind it. Kind of like a vow. It's like my husband, for example, I even vowed that, oh Lord, I'm not even going to say right now because, girl.
I already know what you vowed.
Like, I vowed that I was going to get a manicure every 2 weeks, okay, to my husband. And right now, I have failed in that.
I have too.
But, it's that much, right? Like, that strong decision of the things that you promise to yourself.
Agree.
In marriage, that you promise to your husband, right? And let's talk about that, right? Because, if you're listening, you're coming into the new year and you're either somebody who is like, as soon as the new year, comes in, I'm going to start to set some goals. And let me tell you something. That is why most people fail by the first month in the new year. It's because you just have the goal, right? And the goal is awesome, Jess, but there's a difference between a goal, right? A dream and an actual resolution, right? An actual intention behind all of the things that we want and we desire, right? And so that's what we're going to chat about today, right? Let's level up our life in 2023 and really put some intention behind our dreams, our goals. How do we actually go out and get them? And, Jess, I think since we've met and we've worked with each other, there's always been this thing of, you and I are always... It's ever hardly leisure. Let me just say that, right?
Ever hardly.
Whenever we're talking, we're always talking about our next project, our bigger goals, our dreams, our visions, the things that we want to accomplish and the amount of people that we want to help. And so if you're at home right now listening to this podcast, I want you to grab a pen and a piece of paper because we're going to give you some tips to level up your life in 2023. Now, it's not about looking at 2022 and saying what you didn't do, what you did do. It's truly about walking in there as a different human.
Different person.
As a different woman. Absolutely, right? And so the goal is something that you might wish, or maybe you say like, oh man, like I really want to lose weight, right? In 2023.
That's the first one. That's like everyone's first New Year resolution. That the one that you hear the most.
Jess, I was reading a stat and 50% of Americans have that as a New Year's resolution.
Wow.
50% of Americans have as a resolution to also save money, okay? To make money, to be more happy. Those are some of the, most wanted things. And so let's go from goal, right? Something that you see from afar that you really want. I want that body. I want that money. I want that life. To how can I make it feasible for me where I could feel it, touch it, right? Like get so excited because you're like, it's just right around the corner and this is all I have to do.
Yeah. Well, first of all, Jerry, I think one of the things that has helped me, and I'm sure you can agree with me, is having somebody to be able to share that with, like to be able to share your goals, to be able to have bigger goals. Who do you surround yourself with? I know you with your husband as well, with Diego, my cousin. You guys are very good at creating and visualizing your goals and looking forward to what's coming and working towards those goals, right? To me, surrounding myself with you, we've been doing this going on 8 years now, right? Also pushes me having other people around that are goal-minded, goal-setting, that have those bigger goals in life. That I think is something that helps tremendously, to grab yourself that accountability partner, whatever it is, Jerry, if it's weight loss, like if you're going into a weight loss, something that you want to do for weight loss, grab an accountability partner. If you're going into something because you want to make money, go with somebody and surround yourself with people that make more money. Right? Like all of those things are so important. How did you do it? How can we do it? How can I do it? You got to start opening your mind to those things and never, shying back from asking or saying like, hey, how did you do it? Or how do you do it, right? And really like going in with that, like having an accountability, which is why I love what we do, because I believe, we have so much accountability with our girls and their weight loss. And not only that, Jerry, but you're talking about weight loss and money being one of the things that people want the most. And to me, I'm like, we're so blessed that we're able to offer that to people, right? And that we get to share that with people, and we get to teach people how to be able to have a different lifestyle, to work on their health, to work on their fitness, to work on their income if they want to, right? So
Absolutely.
so amazing that, you said that. I'm like, wow, like that's so awesome.
And accountability definitely is key, on this area, right? Because we're going to give you the desglose, okay? We're going to give you the tips, the 1, 2, 3 items on, okay, this is how I'm going to go out and level up my life. And, for sure, not only setting the goal, but setting a resolution. And the accountability part, Jess, is really that area of resolving. I don't know if you guys knew, but the word resolution comes from resolve, right? So it's not only a want, like, oh, I want to lose 30 pounds. No. How am I going to lose 30 pounds, right? Like, how am I going to actually make it happen in this new year, right? And so let's resolve that. Number 1, write this down, right? Accountability, Ms. Jess said, like, definitely, always that person that's going to tap you, send you the text, hey, I'm here at the gym, or hey, I'm here at the meeting. That person that is not going to allow you to just sit, right? Sit back on your goals and your dreams. And another thing, Jess, is that we need to have deadlines, right? So the deadline comes with a resolution. So by when do you want to lose the 30 pounds? Not only like, I want to try to lose weight, right? Or I want to save some money. No. How much? By when? Okay, put that. A deadline, okay? Put that date on it. By March 2023, by your birthday, by the summer, what are things that you want to accomplish throughout the year by those dates? That way you can, work backwards with them. Okay, this is what I have to accomplish every single month. And if I do that, then those things start to come to life. So get clarity, okay? I want you to write down number 3. Let's get some clarity. What are the goals, the dreams, the desires, right? Like being specific with the things that we want. What is it that helps you get clarity on the things that you want?
Okay, well, first of all, I went to one of the many trainings that I've been in, right, that we get in our company. I heard somebody say that they do a 100 goal list, right, Jerry? And, they always said, like, in the back of your planner, or whatever it is that keeps you organized for the year, go to the back of that planner or that book and write down your 100 goals, and it was very specific. It was like, not only like, oh, I want a house or I want this, but maybe like, hey, I want to do my nails like every 2 weeks, like Jerry just said, right? I want to, work out 3 times. You have to be very specific from the smallest goal to the biggest goal. Okay, from the smallest goal of waking up at 6 in the morning, or, going to sleep earlier than usual. Like the most specific goal, Jerry, to the biggest goal of paying off your house, of paying off, getting a beach house. That's one of my goals, right? So all of those goals, what I realized the first time that I did it, that I kept looking at it the whole year, right? And eventually it was like, check, check, check. And even if it was a small goal, it gave me the hope, like, oh my God, I'm checking off, and it feels so good to check things off that everything else seemed so like grabbable, like you can just grab them. So that's one of the things that I like to do, Jerry. Another thing is a vision board. I know, we love doing vision boards. I just did some with some of the team last week, and really like being intentional with your vision board of not just like, I want a house, but how much money do I need to save to have that house? And being very clear clarity, right?
many
So
rooms?
clarity on exactly what you want in that house, exactly where you want it, exactly how you're going to achieve it, and how much money you need to achieve to get that, right? So then you work on the goal of the money, Jerry, and all everything starts tying together. It's not just like I want to lose weight, but how much money do I need to start my weight loss program? Yeah. How much am I going to save? What habits am I going to have to change?
Clarity is so important, you guys. And look at what I just read. It says, clarity is the foundation for focus, and focus is the key to success. And so you're like, okay, let me focus on my, what I want.
Yeah.
And then you're like trying to go somewhere with no direction, and clarity. You become overwhelmed because we want success. We want a better life. We want things, right? But we need clarity on what that looks like next, right? And so take some time in the next couple of days before the year ends, right? To get clarity on that 100 list, on, creating a vision board, on everybody wants something different. And my question to you is, what do you want in all of the areas of your life? Yes. What do you want in your marriage? What do you want in your physical? What do you want in your spiritual? What do you want in your relational, with your family, with your friends? What do you want, right? Like, how does that house gonna look like? What kind of car are you gonna drive? What is your life?
Yes.
Just let the hand. You won't get, no te van a multar, ¿cómo se dice? Like, you're not gonna get punished, okay, for dreaming big, for writing out your thoughts, what you truly feel in your heart. Just let it out. And the better that you could do it with a pen, okay, and a paper,
the better. And it doesn't matter, I think, Jerry, like maybe you're not gonna get to check off all 100, but they go on to the next, right? They go on to the next year. And that it's a goal that you are working for,
that as long
as you don't stop, right? But you keep going consistently, working towards those goals, they will eventually, right? Especially your bigger goals, having yourself a short-term goal, a long-term goal, right? Giving you that year, but knowing that a long-term goal could be 2-3 years.
Yes, I love
Clarity.
Clarity. The second one, the next point is be present, okay? Be present. As the boss babe that you are, okay? You are ambitious. I know I am, right? We're always looking into the future, Jess. We're, the next thing, like you said, if you don't accomplish it, just pile it into the next year. We're always on the go, doing things, a multitasker. That is you. You are a woman. You are powerful, beautiful, and amazing. And so as much as we start to think about our huge goal or about the next thing, sometimes we do this so much to the point that we don't appreciate our current situation in the pursuit of the future goal. Like, yeah. We don't sit back to be present and appreciate, what exactly is happening with me right now. Like, what am I learning? Why is this happening, for me? I always like to say, so many times you could say, like, why does this happen to me? No, why is it happening for us, right? In this moment. So, let's take some time before the new year. I'm going to repeat this like 10 times, okay? In order for you to succeed in 2023 and level up, we have to do it before the new year.
Before, guys. Before. Don't wait till January 1st or January 2nd.
And so we got to take some time, right? Like, what are we grateful for in this moment? Who are you grateful for in this moment? Gratitude always takes us back to, like, boy, have I come a long way. Yeah. Boy, have I become, such a powerful woman, so strong. I'm more clear, on the things that I want and the things that I don't want, right? And also, like, get into the habit of saying it out loud. I feel just that when we are present and when we like maybe meditate or take the time to pray or, just sit still in silence, we're thinking, we're driving and we're thinking, in our head, all the things that we're grateful for. But it's so powerful when you look at yourself in the mirror and you say it out loud, like voice it out of your tongue. There is power in your tongue, okay?
Yes.
And so when you say the things that you're grateful for, and not in a way where, I feel so many times just that we're talking about being present, and I feel so many times that, I'm so grateful for my health, for my family, for my kids, for my, all these things. But then it's like, are you really grateful? Because you just complained like 10 minutes ago, about whatever circumstance. So truly dig deep within to be super honest and intentional in being grateful, about what is happening in your life and appreciating, the moment that we're in right now. Like, have you ever found yourself at any point, Jess, where you're like literally overwhelmed in gratitude for up to where you are right now?
Of course, all the time. It's such a great feeling, no matter what, no matter what's going on. I look back and I'm like, the person that I was 8 years ago is not the person that I am today, and just that alone, I'm grateful for, because like you said, now I get to, what do I want? What do I not want? Living in gratitude for everything that has come my way, for all of the lessons, everything that we go through in life, the lessons. And, like Jerry said, don't live in the complaint, but why is this happening for me, right? Why? And that's something that I've learned in my journey, to always say, why is this happening for me? And go from there. What is life trying to teach me, Jerry? What do I have to do to accomplish this goal that maybe something's getting in the way of it right now, right? But it's a lesson. It's a lesson that's coming, and I'm always in gratitude for that, because I just say, okay, maybe I didn't go this way. I need to go that way. And start going towards that goal that we're trying to accomplish.
And sometimes you are the only one getting in the way of your advancement. Yeah. Not being in the moment, not being present, being distracted, right? You're getting in the way of your own advancement. And so learn to be present, be grateful, find the things that, you're so happy and blessed about. Find the things that you need to cut out of your life, like the ungratefulness, or not finding that, state of removing and moving forward, right? Removing.
Yes.
Don't dwell. And the last tip that we have for you is build strong habits. The habits that make you. The habits that make us or break us. Like, it's a part of who you are, right? And so you are a person that gets up and makes your bed, or you don't. You don't make your bed, okay?
As little as that.
That's a little habit. And so these habits pile up and accumulate in our life, right? And they make us or break us, okay? So let's find and build new habits in 2023 that are going to make us into the next version of ourselves, right?
Sure.
So what is it for you, Jess, that you feel inside of these habits that would be good for somebody to add in their life so they could start seeing the 30-pound weight loss, so they could start seeing the success that they're looking for in their life?
Well, Jerry, I think, first of all, it's really in yourself, looking and digging into yourself, okay? Which I think that's sometimes the hardest thing to do, because we're quick to judge others, but first we need to evaluate me, right? I need to judge myself first and say, like, what are the things that Jessica needs to work on this year? What are these habits that are holding me back from my goals? So, and making those habits where it's not just, I'm going to do it in the new year, or I'm going to do it right now and then forget about it. But, personally, Jerry, I like to, on Sundays, I like to sit for an hour, 2 hours, and really think about my week, right? And like, what did I do in my week? And what do I not want to do this week that didn't work this week?
Correct.
And that I need to adjust, right? Because our goals are not a thing that we plan in one day, right? And then like forget about it the rest of the year. It's a daily thing. It's a weekly thing, which is why I love to do my vision board, because then you get to see it every single day. I write my 100 goal list in the back of a book that I always have with me, which is my planner, because that's my agenda, right? And I get to see it, and it reminds me every single day. So, that I know that every Sunday I need to evaluate myself, Jerry, and work on the things that didn't serve me that week, right? So those are the habits those are the things that are gonna start changing, in your life, and able to achieve the things that you want, the resolutions that you want to accomplish this year. It's like people ask me all the time, Jerry, do you really have your shake every single day? And I'm like, yes, I have my shake every single day, every single morning. People are like, well, I have to have breakfast sometimes. I'm like, I have my shake and then I have breakfast, For 3 hours later, I'll have my breakfast if that's what I want. But I always love to have my shake in the morning. It makes me feel good, right? I feel the energy. I feel good. The moment that you don't, you start feeling bad. So why would I change that habit if it's a good habit? So that's a good habit, Jerry, that I'm never going to change. Cheers. The same as my tea. But what are some habits that I do need to get rid of? Sometimes I'm like, Jess, you're getting up too late, right? I'm my own boss. I work at whatever time that I want. But if I want big goals, Jessica needs to know that one of those habits needs to be waking up early, because I want more, because I have bigger goals. So, really looking into me, right? And saying, what is it that I have to do, and how am I going to get better? How can I get better to achieve those goals that I really want and I already have here? And they're so like, I can grab them, Jerry. So those are some of the things and advice that I can give you guys, is like really look into yourself. And also, sometimes we don't see it, but other people, who's a person that you trust, that maybe is a mentor, somebody that can say like, hey, like these are the things that I see that we need to adjust. And that also is something very important, guys, to be able to have be acceptive of criticism, but of what's it called? Constructive criticism, so that you can move forward, okay? Because sometimes we don't see it, but others do that work closely with us. So all of those things are things that that I can tell you are habits of that are going to help you better yourself. Personal development. Another thing, Jerry, what do you listen to in the morning? What do you listen to before you go to sleep? Those are some things that are going to help you get ahead of in life, and start building those habits. And if it's weight loss, what are the habits that you're going to start? Are you going to stop going through the drive-through? No more Whataburger or after work or before work.
You said it. I thought you said it, right? Like, those drive-through trips got to stop if you want to lose weight.
Aparte the money you're spending. Let me tell you all.
That will go to the savings.
Exactly. That's going to go to the savings.
And we'll look hot, for sure.
Of course.
That's so powerful what Jess just shared, right? And so inside of building the strong habits is those things of, what are the things that are going to progress me forward, and what are the things that are holding me back that I need to, let go of to level up my life in 2023. So let's do a little wrap up here on the things that we've talked about so far, and, really leveling up your life in 2023 on not only creating a goal or a wish list, right? But really creating the resolution to your new year. So we talked about getting clarity, right? Before the year ends. Before the year
Clarity.
Before, okay? Don't do this on the 2nd, on the 4th. You're going to be behind. And most people that, start late, okay, don't end up finishing. And that's just a stat, okay? So before the year ends, get clarity. Get clarity. Hold yourself accountable to somebody, right? Mm-hmm. Like, who is really somebody that you look up to, that you would trade places with, that you want them to hold you accountable, okay? Mm-hmm. Number 3, be present, right? Yeah. In that space, be present to look at the things that you're grateful for, and also look at the things that, you want to leave behind in 2022. And let's start to build strong habits, right? Build strong habits. And start to focus, on those things that we want to really see here and flourish. And so, Jess,
the deadline.
In order for any of this to happen, we need to put the deadline to the things, okay? We need to make a decision. She's like, deadline. If you're listening, I don't know if you could see, but
if you're seeing,
she's like see. Chopping deadline. Away with her arms, deadline. Like, Make a deadline, right? Like, make a decision, make a decision today that, you're going to do these things, the things that you want, your needs, the things that you don't want, right? But most importantly, make a decision to level up your life in 2023. Right? And that decision, if you make it today, you have a higher percentage of being successful through the first 6 months of the year than those who don't. See, there's no shortage for resolutions or for dreams. All of us, have these desires within, and right away, as soon as January 2nd comes around, we're all going to be thinking of that, right? But making the decision and putting the deadline to by when you're going to accomplish this and starting to act upon it today is what's going to be the difference maker from your success and for it to be different in 2023, right? So you don't want to be the person that January 31st, you're falling off, okay? March, falling off. You want to be the person that decides that the changes are going to start to happen. You're going to start to work on them today, okay? You're going to start making those decisions like, what do I need to acquire? What do I need to get? Who's going to be my accountability? Making that list, like action, okay? Yes. The action is going to change the things, okay? And it's really going to start to empower you and motivate you. That's going to be for the next season, Jess, but
Jerry, but I don't know. But I think that we need to tell them that if this is something that they're already thinking about, if this is something that, it's already in your head that you want to do, we have something coming up that I mean,
if they've listened 30 minutes into the podcast,
I think they're going to want what's coming for Team Beauty and for what we're about to launch. And I think it's going to be amazing. And for this 2023, make the decision and work on everything that we've been working on. We've been talking about today. I think it's going to be an opportunity for every woman that's listening. I don't know about you, but I'm so excited and I just can't hide it.
I'm going to give you a little hint. It's going to renew. It's going to refresh. It's going to revive your life, okay? And we have the solution, okay? We have the solution that you're looking for to save money, be happier, make friends, right?
Work on those New Year's resolutions.
Work on the goals that you have. Make the money, any of the things that you want, or most of them, right? We have a solution for you. So truly reach out to your coach, reach out to the person who invited you to watch this podcast, and thank them, right? Before this year ends, share with them those goals. Share with them the resolutions that you have, the things that are going to resolve your life, right? And this thing is about leveling up, right? In 2023, being a better woman for everybody around you, and truly just being proud of yourself. You know, Jess, to finish off, I just want to say that regardless of business and how we might feel in our personal life, I think we can all agree that we've all had ups and downs, and, you know, things that we've just had to let go of, unexpected things also that have come into our life. But I can truly tell you that I feel so happy, so grateful, so inspired for the future. Like, I feel truly, okay, so proud of every single woman that is a part of our community that hasn't given up. Okay, you haven't given up on yourself. And that's what this is about, because the most important person in your life is yourself. Okay, you are the most important person. And so every single day, the fact that we can renew ourselves and say, like, this is a brand new day and I get to be hopeful for the future. This is the best time. It's the end of the year. We're right around the corner from the new year. And so
we're here.
Yes, I'm grateful
here for you guys.
I'm grateful for everybody that's on, everybody that sends us the messages, that listens to these podcasts.
We see you.
We see you. We did the poll and you guys love it. So we're going to continue the YouTube channel and the podcast for the year 2023. And so any final words, Jess, for all of the beautiful women that continue to support our community?
Just saying, from your Team Beauty Ride or Dies, we love you guys. We're here for you. And we can't wait for an amazing 2023 for everything that's coming. Thankful for every single one of you.
Let's put that action, get our goals written down, make them some resolutions, and Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays. Hope you guys have an amazing time around your family.
Yes.
Do it before the year ends.
And send them in. I want to see them. Tag us when you're doing your resolutions. Tag us if you're doing your vision board. Tag Team Beauty Official, tag us, and we can't wait to hear about them. So thank you guys so much.
Merry Christmas, Happy New Year's, and see you guys soon.
Bye.